Hello everyone, this is Barcelona News World. The following are the headline we are going to discuss. Martin, almost start in a 4-2-3-1, how Barcelona can line up against Real Madrid. Luis Enrique expects Barcelona dominance in El Clasico. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Welcome. Barcelona are all set to face Real Madrid in the last El Clasico of the 2024-25 season, and it is shaping up to be a potential La Liga title decider. With just 4 points separating the two giants, a win could make a huge difference at this late stage in the campaign. A victory would give one side a massive confidence boost, while the other could suffer a serious hit mentally. What works in Barcelona's favor is their recent record against Real Madrid. They have beaten them 3 times already this season, and none of those wins were close. One came in the Spanish Super Cup final, another in the Copa del Rey final, and the third in the league. That kind of record gives Barca a big edge going into this clash. Of course, while a draw is not ideal, it is also not a disaster. But Barcelona do not play for draws. However, if they manage to avoid defeat, they will still be in control of the title race. Keeping things tight and making sure they do not lose could be enough at this stage. Now, let's look at how Barcelona might line up against their biggest rivals. In goal, Wojciech Szczesny will start once again. Despite not being at his best recently and with Marc-Andre ter Stegen returning to fitness, manager Hansi Flick has shown full confidence in the Polish keeper. Szczesny will get another big chance to prove himself in one of the season's most important matches. Defensively, there is no Jules Kounde, so Eric Garcia will continue at right back. In the center, Pau Cubarsí and Íñigo Martínez will form the core of the backline, with Gerard Martin starting on the left. Alejandro Balde has been cleared by the medical staff, but he is not expected to play a full role. He might come on late in the match if needed, but Flick will likely ease him back in. Midfield. In midfield, Pedri and Frenkie de Jong will take control. Marc Casado is back from injury but has not had enough minutes under his belt to start such a big game. De Jong remains Flick's go-to option in the double pivot role, and Xavi will also bring fresh energy off the bench if required. The attacking midfield position is where there could be one change. Dani Olmo is expected to start ahead of Fermin Lopez. Olmo had a mixed outing in Milan, where he was caught out for Inter's goal but later made up for it with a crucial header. That moment might just be enough to keep him in the 11. In the final third, Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, and Ferran Torres look set to lead the line. Yamal and Rafinha are regular starters, while Ferran has hit great form in the second half of the season. Robert Lewandowski made a return in the Champions League, but he's still not at 100%. Flick has been careful not to rush him back. The striker might come on for the last 15 to 20 minutes depending on how the game plays out. With 2 more matches coming up next week, it's likely Flick won't take any big risks with Lewandowski's fitness. In the end, Barcelona know what is at stake. Whether it is a win or a draw, as long as they do not lose, they stay ahead in the title race. That is the only thing that matters now. Luis Enrique expects Barcelona dominance in El Clasico. Barcelona and Real Madrid are ready themselves for the final El Clasico of the season at the Estadi Olímpic Luis Companys. The Catalans have won the 3 previous meetings by an aggregate score of 12-4, and another victory would all but ensure themselves as La Liga champions. Barcelona start as favorites for the win, not only because they have a perfect record against Real Madrid this season, but because Carlo Ancelotti will be forced to play a weakened defense due to injuries. Hansi Flick's side has the best attack in Europe, and many believe that it will take advantage of the likes of Lucas Vázquez and Fran Garcia. Luis Enrique expects Barcelona dominance in El Clasico. And one of those confident of a comfortable Barcelona victory is former player and manager Luis Enrique. The current PSG head coach gave his prediction for El Clasico after watching his side win 4-1 at Montpellier on Saturday, as per Diario AS. 3-0 for Barcelona, easy. Like Barcelona, PSG have also had a very strong season. They have already won Ligue 1 at a canter, and should they win the Coupe de France and Champions League, a famous treble would have been secured. Luis Enrique spoke on the latter tournament, with his side reaching the final earlier this week with an aggregate victory against Arsenal. There are no differences. I think that the final itself, the event itself, it doesn't matter what team you're in, it involves a cumulative pressure that you have to know how to manage. A final involves so many circumstances surrounding the match, that we have seen finals that continually change face, not only because of the result, but also because of the management of feelings. A final implies maximum level, maximum tension, but there are no differences in pressure, it is the same objective. There will be a fair few Barcelona supporters cheering for PSG in the Champions League final because of Luis Enrique, and on Sunday he will be cheering for his former club to get one over on Real Madrid again. Seeing you on next video.